Welcome to Jersey Line. Pat O'Melia here, the Pro Football Prognosticator. Had a rough week last week. We went 8-7. A lot of tough games. Lost on Tampa Bay by a half point. Arizona let me down. There was a lot of letting me down last week, but I managed to pull it out to continue having winning weeks. Remember, if you got a gambling issue, you got a problem, if you were betting with me, you wouldn't. Because I think right now I'm something like, I think I'm 33. Yeah, it's on there. I got like 33 wins, 21 losses, 2 ties for the year. I'm doing very well for the year, so you've been betting with me, you're doing okay. But if you do have a gambling problem, you see the phone number on the screen. But really, bet with your head. Don't bet more. You go on Fan Duel if you're going to bet. You can bet like $20. You don't have to bet hundreds of dollars. We got some Fan Duel bets in here. So let's get it on. We got Thursday night. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who 7.5 points with me last week. I lost. They're at Chicago. Chicago, they got a quarterback controversy, whether it's Trubisky or Foles. Either one of them ain't too good. I'm going to go with Brady, and I'm giving Chicago 3.5. I think that might be the bet of the week here. That's a FanDuel bet also. FanDuel. 1 o'clock, we got the Jetsies playing Arizona. The Jetsies are at home. I'm taking Arizona -7, FanDuel. Another 1 o'clock game, Carolina at Atlanta. Green Bay took care of Atlanta for me. I won the 2 Monday night games. I needed them because I was behind, and now with those 2 wins, I managed to go 8-7. Carolina's playing pretty good ball. Teddy Bridgewater's, they're 2-2 on the season. They're playing pretty good ball, but I'm going to go with Atlanta. I might rue this, but I'm going to go with Atlanta. They're at home. Atlanta -1.5. They can score. 1 p.m., Cincinnati at Baltimore. Cincinnati covered the big spot last week against Washington. It was 13.5. They covered it by a half. Cincinnati has been good to me all year. They either won or they pushed. The spot is again big, 12.5. I'm going to go with Cincinnati. I got it on FanDuel. Cincinnati plus 12.5 points. 1 o'clock game, Jacksonville at Houston. Houston got rid of their coach and general manager. You got Romeo Crennel, the ex-New England Patriot, Cleveland Browns coach, defensive guru, offensive guru. He's a good coach. If he has a good season, he might come back. I'm going to ride with Houston on this, and it's a big spot also against Jacksonville. I'm going to take Houston -6.5. They're a good team. They shouldn't be 0-4, even though they probably had the 4 toughest teams to start with. 1 o'clock game. The Raiders are at KC. Woo-hoo. Raider week, as they say in Kansas City. Again, a huge spot, 13.5. KC looked a little shaky on Monday night, but they pulled it off. I'm going to go with KC again because it is Raider week and they hate the Raiders. I'm going to take KC -13.5. 1 o'clock game. Rams at Washington. Washington benched Dwayne Haskins. I think they're starting Buckley. I forget who they called. They got Alex Smith there. I don't know why they're not starting Alex Smith. He recovered from that gruesome leg injury a few years ago. But it doesn't matter. They're a team in flux. Washington, they were a dysfunctional team going into the season. I'm going to take the Rams -7.5. Interstate rivalry here. Philadelphia are at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is well rested. They didn't play last week because Tennessee is off the schedule right now with the COVID-19. I'm going with Big Ben, -7 at Pittsburgh against Philly. It's a FanDuel. 4 o'clock game. Miami at San Francisco. Miami's playing it tough, but, when are you going to start the kid? You got Fitzpatrick there. Start Tuba. I'm taking San Francisco, another big spot, 8.5. San Francisco -8.5. 4 o'clock game. Indy at Cleveland. Cleveland, well coached, good team, good defense. Phillip Rivers, in the game you expect him to win, he manages to find a way to lose. I think Cleveland turned the key. I'm going to go with Cleveland, which is really rare. They're at home, and they're getting 1.5 points. You got a home dog here. So I'm taking Cleveland against Indianapolis, and I'm getting a 1.5. 4 o'clock game, my Giants. We're on the road, so I got the white on. At Dallas. Dallas got to change their culture there. It's really no different from last year to this year, even though you got McCarthy there, the ex-Packer. Giants, their defense, you know what? The Giants' defense is standing up there. You got to get the offense rolling. I'm going to go with the Giants. It's a big spot. I'm going to take the Giants. In the first time this year, I'm taking the Giants, and I'm getting 9.5. 8 o'clock game on Sunday, Minnesota at Seattle. Seattle is the most, they're never talked about as one of the best teams. It's always, it's going to have Pittsburgh, you have Baltimore, you're going to have KC. Seattle just keeps moving along, chugging along. I'm going to take Seattle at home against the Vikes. Seattle -7. Monday night, Chargers at New Orleans. I thought Drew Brees had an injury. Didn't have an injury. He was throwing that ball pretty good last week. Caused me a loss. I'm going to ride with Drew against the Chargers, and I like the Chargers. They're a rookie quarterback. I think the Chargers are going to be a good team next year. I'm going to take New Orleans -8.5. That's it. Remember, bet with your head. Don't bet more than you can afford. Be good. Be safe. Good luck. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.